On February 13, 2017, at Kuala Lumpur Airport in Malaysia, two girls were filming a comedy show. For months, they had been pulling pranks on passengers randomly. They applying baby cream or some kind of body lotion on people's faces. That day, their producer named James asked them to apply a cosmetic liquid on a passenger face. But just 20 minutes after they applied the liquid to the man wearing a jacket, the two girls ran away. The man suddenly collapsed and died on the spot. One of the suspects, an Indonesian woman, believed that she was taking part in a harmless prank for a reality TV show. The girls had no idea that the James they thought was a producer was actually a North Korean intelligence agent. What they believed was a prank, but it was actually a secret operation. These times, instead of applying cosmetic cream, they had been given a deadly nerve agent poison. The man they applied to it was not a random person, he was Kim Jong-nam, the half-brother of North Korea's supreme leader Kim Jong-un, and he was assassinated on the orders of his own brother Kim Jong-un through his agents. Kim Jong-nam's death shocked the entire world. The two women who involved were Indonesian named Siti Aisyah and a Vietnamese woman named Don Thi Huang. Later investigations revealed that both these women were unaware of the mission and believed they were part of a prank show. As a result, they were eventually released from murder charges. But questions remain. Why did Kim Jong-un assassinated his own half-brother? Kim Jong-nam was born on May 10, 1971 in Pyongyang, in the North Korea. He was the eldest son of Kim Jong-il. His mother, Song Hye-rim, was one of Kim Jong-il's partners. Like we can say his wife, and their relationship was kept very secret. Kim Jong-nam was sent to Russia for his education. He returned to North Korea in the year 1988, and his father began preparing him as his successor. By the year 1998, he held a senior position in the Ministry of Public Security and became a North Korean Computer Committee. Everything seemed perfect. Foreign intelligence agencies, they believed he would become the next leader. But in May 2001, he made a critical mistake. He was caught at Japan's Narita Airport with a fake Dominican passport. When he was questioned, he said he just wanted to visit Tokyo Disneyland. This incident embarrassed the regime. As a result, he was sidelined as a successor and attention shifted to Kim Jong-un. Kim Jong-nam was exiled and spent years living in China and sometime in Macau. To understand Kim Jong-un and North Korea today, we must look at its history. In the year 1910, Japan annexed Korea and began exploiting its forcing labor, suppressing language, and abusing civilians. Resistance movements grew, led by communist groups. One of the fighters was Kim Il-sung, who is Kim Jong-un's grandfather. He later joined the Chinese Communist Party and fought against the Japanese forces. After World War II, Japan was defeated, but Korea was divided along the 38th parallel. North Korea came under the Soviet control and the South Korea came under the US control. This division was supposed to be temporary, but it became permanent. In the year 1948, Kim Il-sung established a communist government in the north, and on the other side, Sang Man-ri led a capitalist government in the south. In the year 1950, the Korean War began when North Korea invaded the south. The war, which caused a massive destruction, eventually in the year 1953, with the help of US, the war ended, but Korea remained divided. After the war, Kim Il-sung strengthened his power by eliminating all his rivals. build a prison camps, and introduce the ideology of Juche, which means self-reliance, which makes North Korea became so isolated from the rest of the world. He also created a class system called Songbun, which divides citizens into three categories. Number one is the core class, which means a loyal. This comes around 20 or 30% of the population who shows immense loyalty to the regime, like including high-ranking officials, loyalists, and their families who are anti-Japanese resistance fighters. They enjoy this privilege. They got housing, better jobs, and food security, mainly in Pyongyang city capital. Number two is wavering class. This makes up roughly between 60 to 20% of ordinary farmers, laborers, and intellectuals with no special history of loyalty or opposition. Number three is the hostile class. This includes descendants of landowners, religious leaders, or collaborators under Japanese rule, and those with the family members who try to flee to South Korea. They are treated very badly with harsh discrimination and often live in isolated areas or in prison camps. This system controls every aspect of life from jobs, education, food, and their social status. In the year 1974, Kim Il-sung chose his son Kim Jong-il as his successor. Kim Jong-il focused heavily on propaganda film to showcase his people about the regime. In January 1978 in Hong Kong, a famous South Korean film director, Shin Sang-ok, and a famous actress, his ex-wife, Choi Eun-hee, they were kidnapped by North Korean agents. Landing in the North Korea, they were remarried again and they were asked to direct and produce films for North Korean. They produced famous films like the Socialist Godzilla movie, named as Pulgasari, and many more 8 films. After 8 years of their stay in North Korea, they convinced Kim Jong-il that they had embraced North Korean ideology. So on March 12, 1986, during a business trip to Vienna, Austria, after reaching there, they directly headed to the United States Embassy. They were granted political asylum. After Kim Il-sung's death in 1994, Kim Jong-il took power and expanded nuclear weapons programs. In the year 2006, North Korea conducted its first nuclear test. Kim Jong-il died in the year 2011, and Kim Jong-un took power. Kim Jong-un was young, inexperienced, and largely unknown. He had spent much of his childhood in Switzerland and was a fan of basketball, especially Michael Jordan. Kim Jong-un consolidated power by eliminating threats. He executed his own uncle, Jang Song-thaek, fearing his rise and influence could be a threat to the regime. He ordered assassination, including his own half-brother, Kim Jong-nam, in the year 2017. In today's modern world, North Korea is isolated from the rest of the country. The only few communist countries have a relationship with this regime, including countries like China, Russia, and few other dictators rulers. The government have strict control over the internet. They allow only few users to use that, also with the prior permission should be seek from the government. North Korea, their biggest enemy is the US. They implement a strict ban on the Western culture like wearing clothes and also listening to their songs, which came from Western Hemisphere, and also their neighboring states like South Korea. The regime have a powerful state-controlled media and propaganda. They portray their leader Kim Jong-un as their god on the television. These are some basic laws which citizens of North Korea have to follow in order to survive under the regime. If any violation is committed or going against the regime, a severe punishment is served. Despite this, many defectors stay. Ordinary people still try to live a normal lives. North Korea also developed a very powerful cyber warfare capabilities. In the year 2014, the Sony Picture, they published a television shows about the regime criticizing their leader Kim Jong-un. Then, North Korea hackers hacked this biggest movie production. This became a nightmare for the company. Then in the year 2016, the hackers did the same things, but this time a little bit different. They hacked the Bangladesh National Bank, which kinds we say a money heist. They attempted to steal nearly 1 billion from the Bangladesh Central Bank's account. In the year 2017, the Lazarus Group hacker organization linked to the North Korean government did a massive global cyber attack. They utilized the eternal blue, which automatically makes the demanding of Bitcoin in ransom to unlock the encrypted files, which leads to the effect over 300,000 Windows computers across 150 countries. Economically, North Korea struggles due to isolation and sanctions. Kim Jong-un has attempted limited reforms and diplomacy, including meeting with US President Donald J. Trump, but no major breakthroughs occurred. Today, North Korea remains one of the most mysterious and isolated countries in the world. Its regime appears stable, but history shows that even the strongest dictatorship can fall unexpectedly.